Hello, welcome to another live stream. It's been a while since the last one, so it's good to be back here. Tonight, I'm planning to do a two-part practice. So, in the first 10 minutes, I'll do a guided practice, and then I'll do an optional silent sit for a further 15 minutes, so making a 25-minute practice in total. So I'll ring the bells after 10 minutes so that if you only have time for 10-minute practice, you can stop there. But if you'd like to continue, you can do so for as long as you wish, or keep going right till the end with me till 25 minutes are up. I've been listening in the past couple of days, a couple of times, to a talk by Joseph Goldstein. And one part of the talk really kind of struck home for me in my own practice. And I thought I'd share it with you. And what he was talking about was the tendency that we all have to be continually leaning into the next moment. So obviously in our day-to-day lives, that's very apparent. We can often feel as if we're doing one task and already planning on doing the next one. But it can also be true in our meditation practice. Even when we're quite focused, there can be quite a subtle anticipation of the next breath or of the end of the practice. So we're always kind of focused forward. So, as I say, this really kind of resonated with me recently, and I've been bearing it in mind in my own practice and also as I'm going about my day. And yeah, there's that sense that, yes, we know that mindfulness is, with mindfulness, that being in the present moment is key. But do we actually tune into that sort of forward moving pressure that we might feel internally to always be moving forward onto the next thing? So what I'd like to invite you to do in this practice tonight is to kind of almost, like, instead of leaning forward, to kind of lean back almost into the moment. So yeah, really resting in the moment. Obviously we won't be able to do that all the time, because that kind of mechanism within us to be looking forward and thinking when's this going to be over, or how much longer is it to go, or in breath, I know it'll be the out breath next. That will still be there, but perhaps we can just get a flavour of something more like just being as fully as we can with what is arising in the moment. So yes, let's begin. So as I say, I'll begin with a 10-minute guided practice, ring the bells, and then move into a 15-minute extension with just simply sitting. I might pop in the odd bit of guidance here and there, but largely it will be in silence. So for deciding for yourself how long you'd like to sit for tonight. So let's begin by assuming our comfortable but upright and alert meditation posture. Of course, we always have those other choices depending on what's right for us right now in this moment of lying down or resting back, but just taking our seat in whatever sense that might mean for us right now. So beginning by just acknowledging that this is what we've done. We're here. We've decided to come and practice for this space of time. So just bringing ourselves fully into our intention to practice, into this moment. Contacting a sense of the body, sitting here or lying. Registering and feeling the contact with whatever we're sitting on or resting on. Noticing any particular sensations in the body that might be present for us right now, arising and passing away moment by moment. Any areas of tension, whether in the forehead or the shoulders, the chest, the belly. Simply almost acquainting ourselves with that tension, that pressure, observing and noticing it. And any other kinds of sensations, coolness or warmth, the feeling of clothing on our skin. The pulse and quiet hum of being alive. Whatever's there to notice, just kind of allowing that to be there in your awareness. And now coming to the breath. And tuning into those particular sensations of breathing. Being with the flow of the breath on its journey inwards and outwards. The felt sense of the breath. Sometimes having perhaps a sort of broad brush sense of the breath as expansion on the in-breath and contraction and deflation on the out-breath. And perhaps at other times a more sort of finely observed noticing of the breath, homing in on a certain part of the breath, a certain kind of configuration of sensations, maybe in the throat, or the belly. Or the nostrils, or that area at the top of the lip, that little groove. It's almost made for the breath to flow down on the out-breath. So even noticing the sounds of the breath. Might be very subtle, very quiet. Or if we've been energetic and moving around, it might be slightly more laboured and therefore noisy. Really diving into the richness of each moment with the breath, in this sense of leaning back into the moment, resting in the moment. In whatever way we can. Might just be a glimmer of that. Might not be accessible to us right now, but just having that there as a possibility of letting go into the breath and the living of that, the being of that. Being alive, breathing. Appreciating and savouring each in-breath. And then each out-breath. Almost like a process of continually waking up into the moment. Now this breath here, emerging, arising. Now this pause. Full with the in-breath. And now this letting go of the out-breath. The beginning, the middle and the end of it. Just being with the breath for a few more moments. Noticing in our minds if there's any sense of anticipation. Any sense of internally sort of time watching. Maybe even as we approach the end of this 10 minutes of practice, this initial 10 minutes, we can still stay present here, rooted. So now deciding for yourself whether you were going to end the practice here or to continue through to the end with me. And I'll let go of the guiding now and allow you to explore your experience in whatever way you wish to. Staying with the breath, exploring body sensations perhaps, or anything else that's arising in your experience. Sounds, feelings, reactions and impulses, and emotions. The flavour of different emotions that might be around for you right now. And any thoughts that are sort of companions to those emotions. Just letting it all be there, to be noticed, witnessed, and felt, moment by moment, rooting ourselves down into the present. Resting in this moment. When we wake up from the dream of a thought that we've been having, a story that's been developing, at that moment we're back here, opening again to the present, to the lived experience of now. Meeting each moment, each in-breath, each out-breath with kindness. If there's something troubling or difficult in our experience, as we, in our own way, respond to that, being with it as best we can, reminding ourselves that everything that arises changes and passes away. Choosing whether to stay with the breath or body sensations, or to open to all our experience. Taking the full measure of each moment. Letting go of judgment if our attention skids away. staying here with the breath, with the body. With our whole being. So you may even wish to sit for longer, but otherwise gradually bring yourselves back, opening your eyes and taking in this new moment of emerging from the practice. But perhaps we can still stay with each moment as we move on. There's always that possibility. So hopefully I will be able to do a live stream next Monday too. So I wish you all a very good week. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening and good night.